tell you what I hate about West Ham. Well, it's not just West Ham. This probably happens to every fan, but we're only aware of it as West Ham fans. You start off at the start of a transfer window, and you think, oh, do you know what? I'd quite like a central midfielder. I'd quite like to get a new striker and a new goalkeeper, whatever the case may be. Then in your head, you start thinking about individual players you might like. Oh, I quite like him. I'd quite like him. You have this little mental list. And then at some point during the transfer window, you usually miss out and not even linked with the players that you quite fancy, but you get linked with a player that you've not ever thought of. Brian Brobbey, obviously I'm talking about him at the moment. And when it looks like, so you start to get invested in it, and when it looks like you're not going to get him, you get disappointed, right? And that's where we are at the moment. I've let myself get a bit worked up by it, actually. So I had a little look. Everyone was telling me that I signed him on Football Manager. I had a little look myself, started looking at some footage. I mean, it is great these days. I don't know what they did in the olden days, as it were. Well, I do because I was there. But you never got to see, players' attributes, their skills, their assists, and all that type of stuff. Now you can. So I've had a look, and even though I didn't want him at the start, I've now got FOMO. I've got the fear of missing out on this geezer as well, right? So I've got the desire to want him, and I've got a fear of missing out on him. So now I've got to have him. Even though he wasn't on my list at the start of the window, I've got to have this guy. This is the guy, I've convinced myself. This is the guy that will make West Ham tick. And disappointingly, it looks like... It looks like it's slipping away. As things stand right now, and as I record this at 10 minutes past 2 on Saturday afternoon, West Ham, they're in a standoff, West Ham and Ajax, basically. They've got like a spaghetti western squint at each other, and they've got their hands on the holster, and they're waiting to see who moves first. 30 million. The hold-up is 30 million euros. Now, I've actually spoken to someone at the club, spoke to someone this morning, and they said it wasn't us that flew him over. So loads of rumours started happening last night that he'd been flown over and he was spotted in London. I do find that funny, right? He was spotted in London. I don't know if anyone saw that stuff that was on Twitter. Someone had seen a 1 year getting on a train and stuff like that. So anyway, I don't know. Someone spotted Brian Brobbey in London in, I don't know, Streatham Liddles or something like that. I don't know where it was. Who knows, right? I don't know. Anyway, West Ham said it weren't us. We haven't flown him over. Certainly nothing to do with us. The deal is stalled, completely stalled. Look, this is. Look, you all know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know here. This was not West Ham's first choice. Our first choice, we didn't stand any chance of getting. I don't think it was our second or third choice. But basically, West Ham have thought, right, we definitely need a striker now. We go and get this guy. He's out of form. He's not scoring for Ajax, and he's a little bit injury prone. We'll go and get this guy on loan. Now, the personal deals have been done. I mean, this is weird. I never understand why this happens or how this happens. Why don't you do the personal stuff afterwards? So I think we negotiated with the player. The player turned around and said, yes, I'll join and whatever. So he's agreed the 6-month deal. We cover his wages. That's done. He quite fancies the opportunity to play. Fine. And I think at that point, West Ham and Ajax thought they could probably do a deal. I guess I can understand that. We currently have deals running with them. It's not like you just buy Kudus and you buy Alvarez and you pay one lump sum. We're paying them on a regular basis. They probably thought, you know what, we can deal with West Ham. The difference is they've turned around and said it's an obligation to buy. And I think West Ham said, whoa, hold on a second. Obligation, 30 million euros. I don't think so. West Ham want an option. You will know this stuff already. And neither club wants to shift. As I think West Ham are looking at it, thinking, I'm not sure I really want to commit myself to 30 million euros for a player that is not particularly top of our list. The trouble is, I'm now disappointed because I've convinced myself that we need him and I want him and so on and so forth. There needs to be a compromise on this. However, this isn't interesting at all. Okay, so Tottenham, first of all, last night Fabrizio Romano said Tottenham are in for him. Then later on he said Tottenham aren't in for him. And now, I don't know if the news is out there. The latest news will be sooner or later, I think, again, that Tottenham are in for him again. Anyway, it's not that. It's the Everton stuff. I don't know if you've seen the Everton stuff. It's the stuff of nightmares, right? Imagine this scenario, if you will. It's terrible. And I am sorry, as a few people, nice people, good people who watch these videos, turned around and said, you've been depressing me recently. I don't want to depress anyone. I really don't. I want good news. I want to do the Brian Brobbey signs video, right? That's what I want to do. A big thumbnail with golden stuff and confetti and party poppers. Probably no party. They should do it. When a player signs, there should be party poppers. Maybe I should get some for the next transfer winter. I'll get some party poppers in the cave, and every time a player starts, we'll ping. They don't make a ping. I don't know why I did a ping. Anyway, that's the video I want to do. I don't want to do this one, but it is a scenario for you. This is depressing. Close your ears on this one, by the way. Everton want him. Imagine Everton get Brian Brobbey. He bangs in a load of goals for them. We've turned him down. And then Everton, under David Moyes, finish above West Ham. I'm doing the three wise monkeys there. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That'd be terrible. I tell you, wouldn't speak. Richard Keys would be able to stop, would he? He'd be... I think he'd malfunction. Honestly, it would be... Oh, Merson, it would be intolerable, Merson, wouldn't he? Oh, that'd be terrible. Particularly as you get so close up to the screen. It's not nice. See, Mercy gets right close up the screen as well when he's... he'd be telling us how deluded we are and all that. Oh, man, that would be bad. That would be Alan Brazil. Oh, that's all right. You know, to be fair, you could... He's not as prominent as... You just don't listen to the radio first thing in the morning. Alan Shearer, all this stuff would be terrible. Terrible. I mean, for that, if that, as much as anything else, what I do find weird about this, though, is... by the way, let me just say this. Are you in... This is a weird one. Are you in Lanzarote at the moment? Are you a West Ham fan? Most people are saying no. No. Yes, I'm a West Ham fan, but I'm not in Lanzarote. I'm in Canvey Island. But look, if you are in Lanzarote at the moment, tomorrow, at a bar called The Inn Place, which is in Porta del Carmen, right? The Inn Place. Mark Ward is going to be there to watch the game amongst Hammers fans. It'd be signing stuff, not checks. It'd be signing stuff, interacting, whatever the word is. But just be having a jolly up, be watching the game. With all fellow Hammers fans. So if you are in Lanzarote, it's been good, be really, really good tomorrow down there, I've been assured. So I said I would give them a little shout out. Yes, the Inn Place. N-I-N-N. You get it? The Inn Place. Lanzarote Hammers. There you go. If you are in Canvey, you better get moving now, I guess. What was I going to say? Right, here's the thing. With Brian Brobbey. So if that, all I would think is, if 30 million euros and an obligation to buy is a bit steep for West Ham, I think it's steep for Everton. I think it's steep for Daniel Levy, to be fair, but I think that's steep for Everton. They ain't got that money, have they? So here's the weird thing, and here's where it would get really, really nasty. Really nasty, this would, I've got to say. There's another bad scenario. Not cheering you up very much, am I? Here's another bad scenario. Imagine Everton sign him for the deal that we've said, West Ham, that we can't get. So if we said we are out because it's an obligation, because we can't do the obligation to buy, and then Everton go and just sign him on a standard loan, that looks bad. Really bad. We're not negotiating well. That's why I keep depressing everyone, keep telling them that. Well, clearly we're not. I'll tell you the odd thing, though. Here's the thing. I will just... The deal is not dead. This is not dead. I have actually asked the club, is it under... And I've not had a reply. I was told when the player was doing the personal negotiations and that was done really, really quickly. Really quickly, all done. What I would say about this, there is more desire to do this deal from the club's side than there is any other transfer deal in this window. So, just to run through them, I've got to remember that Dutchman's name. I'm not. Anyway. John Duran, £45 million plus 12 million add-ons. There you go. They said, no, don't be ridiculous. We didn't even try and haggle. That's it, done. The Dutchman, midfielder, Ezekiel Benzuzi. That's not far off. That's better than I thought I'd get. A Dutchman that plays in Belgium. 2 weeks ago, we offered a This is our first and final offer. Take it or leave it. And they said, we'll leave it. And we didn't come back. I think we might be going back in for him. But anyway, at this point, we haven't. So there was no effort there, really. No effort to pursue John Duran. Half-baked effort to try and sign Angel Gomez. I mean, a lot of fannying around, to be fair with that. But half-baked effort. One bid, the lowest bid. Honestly, it's like going onto eBay. You know, like eBay, and there'll be a starting bid of a £5 on something. And then you just bid the £5 and then you don't ever visit. But you know you're not going to get that. Someone else is immediately going to bid £5.50 and £6. But you know how eBay works. That's what we've done. No effort at all. He's apparently going to he's in London next week to have talk. He's been offered a lot more. Anyway, no effort. This one we made effort. We've been talking with him for 48 hours. That is far more effort than we've put into anyone else this transfer window. For Brobbey. It doesn't matter if I don't know his name yet, does it? Because there you go. Listen, one final thing. The miraculous last month on this channel. I don't normally say, can you subscribe and like and that sort of stuff. I just don't say it. I think I don't say it because when I watch like rugby videos or MMA videos and stuff like that, people say it, I think, leave it out, mate, you're annoying me. So I sort of try not to say it, truth be known. But it did make a bit of a difference. So normally we get like 500 new subscribers, sometimes less, sometimes significantly less, like 200 subscribers a month on this channel. I said it last month, 800 new subscribers. I mean, it's got to make a difference. So I'm gonna sort of beg you again. If you've already done it, don't worry about this stuff. But if you are already a subscriber, here's what you've got to do, basically. If you're not a subscriber, after people who watch these videos are not subscribed, all right? If you aren't, just look, it's just under there somewhere. There's a button that will say subscribe. Press subscribe and there's a bell next to it. Press the bell as well. I'd love that. And even if you are subscribed and the bell's not pressed, then maybe press the bell. But don't unpress it if you've already pressed it. Do you know what I mean? I want to be dinged and donged and all the rest of it. Anyway, it made a big difference. Big difference. I'm not gonna spam you by saying it all the time. You can do a like if you want. But listen, just by putting a thumbs up doesn't mean you like what I'm saying. I'm giving you bad news. That's the trouble with giving bad news. I think it's easier, isn't it? If I've said to you, West Ham have just signed Kylian Mbappe, put a thumbs up on the video, you'll say, yes, I bloody will. Thank you very much. It's a lot harder. Like if I was just to turn around and say, Jared Bowen's injured for the remainder of the season and we're selling Mohamed Kudus for a tenner. Put a thumbs up on the video. I'm not putting a thumbs up on that. I can't like that. It's like on social media. I've been on social media when, of course you have. Who am I talking to? Of course you've been on social media. Someone delivers bad news, right? So something bad has happened. I'm not going to do the you get. So someone's delivering bad news on social media, and someone does that. They're not being mean. They just, I don't think they've got the correct emojis. There needs to be more emojis, I'm thinking, for that type of thing. Anyway, so I'm waffling on. You're probably going to know how much football. You're probably not even there. I'm probably talking to myself. You gone? You still there? Don't know. Paul Merson there. Not nice, is it? Not nice at all.